Everyone, welcome to Treasure Island International CBSE School online class. In this video, we have to learn about types of graph and how to draw distance time graph and how to calculate speed from distance time graph. Then let us see one by one. So what is graph? The graph is a pictorial diagram that shows the relationship between the two or more variable quantities. So a simple graph usually shows the connection between the two numbers. That is two number, that means two measurement. Okay, then it shows the differentiate between the given data. And then based on this graph, we have to divide it into three types of graph. They are bar graph, pie chart and line graph. So what are the three types of graph? Yes, one is bar graph, pie chart, next one is line graph. So for example, so yesterday we had to saw that in the class teacher in class 7, the teachers they asked the students which is your favorite fruit. Some of them told I like banana, and some of the students told I like apple, and then I like guava, and then someone like mangoes. So you have to, how many students it is, we have to collect the data from the students, nearly 100 students. We have to collect the data that is given in the table. Here the banana, the some 10% students they like banana, and 23% students they like apple, and 15% students they like guava, and then 52% that students like mango. So we have to collect the data from the students. From this data we have to draw the graph. So like this, we take fruits in the x-axis, and then students, number of students, we have to divide the students into, and then percentage of the students in the y-axis. So we get this type graph. You have to draw this type graph, that is known as bar graph. And then the same data we have to use to draw the pie chart. Okay, the same percentage, same data we had collected from the students, and then what are the fruits they like. So we have to use this data, we have to draw this like diagram, that is known as pie chart. Okay, here 52 mangoes, large percentage, so it occupies a large space in the circle. And then next one is guava, and then apple, and then banana. So which one like more, that the percentage is more, that give the more spaces in the pie chart. Another example for pie chart is the gases that present in the atmosphere. So nearly 78% of nitrogen in the atmosphere, so it gives large spaces in the pie chart. And then oxygen is 22.6 or 4%, 22.8% of oxygen, and remaining 0.2 only the other gases. So this is another graph method, another graph drawing of the method, that is known as pie chart. From the same data, how many percentage of students like, and then how many, which fruit they have to like, the same data we have to draw the another graph, this type of graph, that is known as line graph. So nowadays we have to mostly use this line graph to measure the distance and time, distance and to measure the speed from the distance time graph. Here also the apples are in the one side, and then percentage is in the opposite side. So we have to collect from the data, we get this type of line. Okay, this graph is known as line graph. And then let us see the distance time graph. So it is usually drawn a line graph. It is taken from the two variable quantities. What are the two variable quantities? One is distance, another one is time. So distance is considered on the y-axis, and then time is considered in the x-axis. So y-axis is the vertical and x-axis in the horizontal. How to draw the graph in the graph paper? First we take a sheet of graph paper and draw two lines perpendicular to each other. So look at this picture. This is a graph paper. We have to draw the two lines perpendicular to each other on it. Okay. So as shown in the pictures. Mark horizontal row. So mark the horizontal line as x, O, x dash. So it is known as x-axis. Similarly mark the vertical line y, O, y dash. It is called y-axis. So at the point of intersection means the 2 points they have to meet at in a one point. The point of intersection of xox, xo, x dash and yo, y dash is known as origin. That is measured in the letter O. So these two x-axis and y-axis they have to intersect in a one point, that is means 0. 0 means origin. So starting time also 0, distance also 0. So starting from 0 only we have to measure the time and distance. The two quantities between which the graph is drawn are shown along these two axes. So here we show the positive value on the x-axis along y-axis. So two types of values are, sometimes the values are in the minus value also. But here we use only the plus values. So this plus values you have to use this quadrant only. This type, this red color part only we have to use to draw. Okay. So positive value on the y-axis are shown along y-axis and positive value on the x-axis along the y-axis. So in this graph we have to consider only plus value, that is positive value of the quantities. For example, taking distance traveled by a car to reach every point and the corresponding time taken. Then we have to take the data from the car. They have moving from one place to another place and take the time. We have to measure the time in minutes and then distance in the kilometer. Okay. So how to draw? First we have to mark like this. Look at this picture. We take the graph and mark it x, o, y and x, o, x dash and y, o, y dash, and the quadrant part only we want to draw. Okay. And then mark the axis, x-axis and y-axis and divide them in equal quantities. Okay, we have to divide this graph in the equal quantities. And then choose the one scale to represent distance. For example, x-axis to represent distance 1 kilometer is equal to 1 centimeter. For graph So every one is divided into 1 centimeter. Each one divided into 1 centimeter. You have to consider. So one time is considered 1 centimeter is equal to 1 minute. And distance 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. We are not able to mark all the kilometers in the graph. So we have to shortcut. We have to use it. 1 centimeter of the graph, that is equal to 1 minutes for time, and then 1 centimeter in the y-axis, and then that is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer in the y-axis. You have to choose the scale before you have to draw the graph. And next one is, look at this picture. We take time in the x-axis and then distance in the y-axis. So here in the graph 1 centimeter is equal to 1 minutes in the x-axis, and then 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer for y-axis. You have to measure like that. Okay. And next one, mark the value of time and distance in the graph. Okay, you have to mark the value of time and distance in the graph, and mark the set of value of time taken and distance covered in the time by the object in the graph. For example, here, so this car covered 1 kilometer within 1 minute, and then cover 2 kilometers within 2 minutes, and then 3 kilometer within 3 minutes, and so on. Okay, 4 kilometer it covers 4 minutes. So you have to draw like that. Okay, first you have to mark it x-axis and y-axis. You have to mark the center point, intersection of the point, and then you have to join the line for the intersection of x and y-axis, and then it gives the slope. Now draw a line parallel to x-axis and y-axis at the points that you have marked. Okay, now draw the line. Parallel line, you have to draw the parallel line equal to the x-axis, and then vertical line equal to the y-axis. Look at this picture. The dotted marks only we have to draw the line. Then blue color dot, we have to measure the 1 minutes the object moves 1 kilometer, and then 2 minutes the object moves the 2 kilometer, and so on. Then we have to intersect the line. There's a draw the line in the total line. Okay, then draw from vertical and then one horizontal line. We have to draw it, then we get the slope. So these mark the points where this line intersect on the graph. These points show the position of the moving object. Okay, this point only that show the motion of the moving object. And the last one, now join all the points of intersection and obtain a straight line graph. Okay, you have to join all the point intersection and we get the straight line. So look at this one, all the points we have to mark it and draw from the vertical and horizontal line. We get the straight line. Then from this straight line, the object moves in the uniform motion. So every 1 minute, the object travel the equal distance and equal interval of time, that is known as uniform motion. So how to find speed from this graph, distance time graph? So you have to draw that, you have to collect the data and choose the two variable quantities, and you have to mark the one quantities in the x-axis and the another quantities in the y-axis, and then you have to mark the two axis and mark the value and intersect in the one place and connect all the intersection then we get the straight line. Okay, and then from this graph, how do you calculate the speed? Okay, so what's the formula? Already we know, isn't it? What's the formula for speed? Yes, speed equal to distance by time. Suppose the object move from initial to final, means we have to use the distance final position minus initial position. So look at this picture. The two objects are moving, and then we have to collect the data. We get that this type of slope. One is A is mostly steeper line, and then A is slightly steeper. Then which one is move fast? How do you calculate it? Yes, A is the move very fast, because there is a slope line is in a vertical position, and the next one is slightly slanting. We get the slope is this slightly slanting in for B, and then slightly straight in the object A. So we have to confirm that the object A is moving fast. The speed of the distance time graph can calculated by the slope. How can we calculate it? We have to calculate by the slope. So slope of the graph. So the steeper the slope of the graph, the more is the speed of the object. Okay, we get the straight line is more steeper. That means the object moves in a great speed. For example, in a graph given below, A has steeper slope. This means the object A is moving high speed than the object B. Okay, and then we have to draw the slope like this. We take three objects A, B, C. Which one is move very fast? A is move very fast, and then B, and then C. So which one have high speed? Yes, A only have the high speed, and then B moderate speed, and C is very slow speed. So you have to take this graph. We get the straight line. From the straight line we have to draw like this. We get the slope. Okay, and then from the slope, how do you calculate it? So slope once equal to AX divided by OX. AX means it is a distance. Yes, we have to mark the distance in the y-axis, and then time is in the x-axis. Okay, so AX means how many distance covered by A, and then OX means it gives the time. Okay, and then slope 2, that is PY and OP divided by PY divided by OP. So from this we have to apply the value here, then we get the real value of this A, B, C, the objects. So slopes equal to AX divided by OX. AX equal to distance, OX gives time. So speed is equal to AX divided by OX. And then the shape of the distance time graph can be the following. We get the different shape of the distance time graph. We have to discuss now. First we get the straight line. The object move in a uniform motion. The object has a uniform motion, that means uniform speed. We get the data and then draw the graph. We get the straight line. So straight line, we get the straight line in the distance time graph. That means the object moves in a straight line. And then in the distance time graph, the line is parallel to the x-axis. That means the object is stationary object, otherwise it is in the at rest position. The object is in the at rest position, and we get the straight line parallel to the x-axis. And then object are in the non-uniform motion. We get the curve shaped structure, line graph structure. Okay, curved shape structure. That means the object is in the non-uniform motion. So look at this picture. There is object's distance time graph. The objects move in a uniform motion. Then we get the straight line slope. And then this one, the object is at rest. That means object is moving in a constant speed. Otherwise it doesn't move. That is known as object is at rest. Here this both also give the non-uniform motion. Okay, non-uniform motion. It is not a straight line. The slope does not straight line from the origin. Here we had the curve line and any one of the it's not irregular. Okay, then only you have to told that and non-uniform motion. So overall, all the one we have to draw in the graph. First one is green color line. That means the green color line shows the object move in a constant speed. Not constant speed. The object moves in the same distance and cover the same time, interval of time. Then only we get the straight line slope. That is a green slope. Next one is red color line. First in the red color line first increases. That means the distance covered by the object also increases. Afterwards that is becomes a horizontal line. That means the object moves in a constant speed or otherwise the object are in the at rest position. And then afterwards again it goes, the red line goes down. That means the speed of the distance covered by object is very less and speed also very less. And then the blue color curve, we have see the blue color curve. That means the object is non-uniform. The object is non-uniform motion. So here some examples that given in our book. In this picture, distance time graph for the motion of two vehicles A and B, which of one of them is moving faster? Can you guess which one is move faster? Yes, correct. A is the answer. So vehicle A is moving faster than vehicle B. And then another question. Which of the following distance time graph shows a truck moving with a speed which is not constant? The distance time graph shows a truck moving with a speed which is not constant. The first one is, what is the type of this one? Is the object move in a uniform motion. Second pictures, the object is at rest. Third one, the object moves in a non-uniform motion. And the last one also, distance covered by the object, that are covered by the uniform object. Okay, the objects move in the uniform motion. Then only we get the straight line. Yes, answer third one is correct. And let us see the homework. Draw the graph of the following: bar graph, pie chart and line graph. So your choice, you have to use any data and then you have to draw the bar graph, pie chart and line graph. Next one is draw the distance time graph to show an object is in uniform motion, an object is non-uniform motion, and acceleration is at rest. Okay, and object is uniform motion only, we have to take x-axis time, y-axis distance. So we get the straight slope. And non-uniform motion, we get the curved line. And then an object is at rest means the line is parallel to the x-axis. Thank you, students.